right here. This is just a fan. This looks a lot different than what y'all used to. I know it does, but it's all cool. This is just a fan. The live edition podcast. I'm here with two amazing people. First, up the top right, we have the one, the only Afro coming 765. Tori, how you doing today? No, don't look at me like that. I didn't know if to call him Tori or Afro coming. I got stuck for a minute. I know what to call you. Uniqo Williams in the bit. How you day doing today, Uniqo? Yeah, we'll talk about that in the outro. How about everybody having a wonderful day? It's a beautiful Thursday. One more day of the week for y'all that work the 9 to 5s. I hope everything is going amazing with you. So just one more day. And one more week until San Diego Comic Con. But before that, we are going to get started on two other small topics. Some quick hits. As y'all can see, we got the quick hits. First quick hit we got coming up. WWE going back to TV 14. How do we feel about that? PG. That means Vince ready to go wild, boys, and I had a chance. I don't know what the writer's capable of because Vince rips the script up every week. So, your thoughts? You excited to finally be able to watch wrestling? Because it's more of a grown man. Top G. They got pandas now. Yo, shout out to Pfeiffer for Vince when he said he went through all. He said F him and said we going TV 14. I'm gonna show y'all cancel. Oh, he gonna keep. He want that Disney money. He gonna keep it public. He might take over SmackDown because it is owned by Disney. But we got other news. Tori, tell us the other news. What happened? Tell us about the Bandai leaks, since this is a very leaky episode. So be prepared for leaks, and then we're gonna get into what y'all here for. Marvel. Joe, what are your thoughts on the Bandai League? So you looking forward to Elden Ring content that you don't have time to get to? How about Dragon Ball Super Fighter Z? Are you interested in that? By the way,
because I remember playing it as a kid on the demo disc, and hell, it might even been on the Pizza Hut demo disc back in the day. End of the day, I'm cool with Armored Core. Let's get a revamp. I love mech games, giant robot games. I love that. Big Zone of the Enders fan. Huge fan of Zone of the Enders. But
I didn't know that. That's that. You got extra cool points, though. That's what's up.
Oh, huge fan. I mean, that's how robot. That's how I imagine robots being better than Gundam. That's the only way you can make Gundams better is by Zone of the Enders and how they did that. So yeah, Armored Core. That's what I'm excited for. I'm good.
Speaking of Mate, tell them what they can do.
Speaking of Mate,
what they can do, Mate.
Buy the merch.
This merch shop is in my bio. Linktree.zma. Also, welcome, Mate. How you doing today?
What's up, everybody? Your boy Young Lag, aka Late and Always Great, is in the building. You know, appreciate y'all for holding down, joining me while I had to get a little rest in. I appreciate all of that. I'm just gonna let you know because I've seen the leak. It supposedly came from a shareholders meeting or whatever. I don't care if it's true or not. Just gonna let you know there's some games on there that really shouldn't be made. Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3 is perfectly one of them. There's a game that should not be made at all. Reason being is because Dragon Ball fans have asked for the same game for the better part of 20 years. And it's literally Dragon Ball Z Tenkaichi 4. There's no other game that Dragon Ball fans have asked for more than that game. And yeah, we're getting everything from Raging Burst, Ultimate Tenkaichi, the Xenoverse 1 and 2, which I'm not saying that all of these games are bad. Some of them are very bad. I'm not saying all of them are bad. But literally, this is like carbon copy and easy win to just put that game out there with the same fighting style, add all the characters and be done with it. Matter of fact, Battle could have gotten a win from just putting Dragon Ball Z Tenkaichi 3, remastering it, which ain't even hard, which ain't even gonna be like super hard compared to like making a game from scratch necessarily.
Yeah,
remastering that game, putting it out for like $30, $30 to $40 with every character. They ain't even got to add characters to the game. Every character they had on the game, and just making it online playable. And they will literally make a killing. They will be in fighting game tournaments for, man, please. So like, so I don't care about Xenoverse 3. I don't. I generally do not. Like, it's not the game. I
still got scars from Tenkaichi 3.
About because I mean, yeah, if I want to do Dragon Ball Z, the MMO essentially, then yeah, the Xenoverse 3 would be an interesting one. I don't care. Dragon Ball The Breakers is something that just shouldn't be made at all. So I generally don't care about that game at all.
They don't either. That's why it's not out.
The rest of them is okay. Armored Core, all respect to the fans, no problem with that. Little Nightmares 3, cool with that. Elden Ring went along with that, of course, that's fine. Code Vein 2, no, it is what it is. No, I'm not mad at it. I'm not against it, cool, whatever. One Punch Man, we all know what that One Punch Man game is going to be. It's going to be another version of like Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm, My Hero Justice, Demon Slayer. It's going to be something along the same aesthetic with like their characters and stuff. Okay, fine, whatever. So I'm cool with that. Tales of Ascension, I will say personally that the Tales series is one of the most underrated RPG series that people do not seem to know about. Like, people know Final Fantasy, they know the God of Wars, the Persona. Persona just got recognition after Persona 5. Before then, people didn't even really know what Persona was as a household RPG name. The Tales series has been around for decades. Wonderful games. And I mean wonderful games. And people just do not seem to know or respect the Tales series. So I would personally say, if anybody listening, if you love RPGs, please go pick up a Tales series game. You will be so glad you did. They have multiple games that are really good. Whether it be fighting styles, characters, stories, Symphonia. Make their most recent one, Tales of Arise, is a wonderful game. Like,
I didn't care that much for Tales of Arise. I'm halfway through it though. It's still in the library, but Tales of the Story is my favorite.
Like, is it like? To me, no, Symphonia is probably Symphonia top 3. I wouldn't put Arise as top 3.
Symphonia started the wave of when people really started to recognize what a good game it was, even on the underground.
Please. And speaking of that game,
Symphonia remake will go hard.
I will also go for the Tales series. Please go pick up the Tales series. Please pick up Tales series. And I'll also advocate for Digimon Cyber Sleuth 2, because that Digimon is also like an RPG series that is like, it's hit or miss because you have Digimon Story, which is more of like turn-based RPG style, like Pokemon almost with Digimon games. And you have Digimon World, which is more like the realistic, maybe like the Tamagotchi series from when we were children, where you had to take care of a pet or a mon, like it was
had to raise it.
Raise it. It could die
If I can ask you a question, Monray, is that the one that PlayStation 1 where you start off with the little dinosaur one? I forgot his name. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's basically Digimon World.
And then he can turn into a piece of shit.
Yes, that is Digimon World. Like for anybody that's ever confused about this, Digimon World is where you raise a Digimon. They could die, it could Digivolve wrong, something like that. Yeah. That's Digimon World where they could permanently die and everything. Digimon Story is like Pokemon, where like you can have like a team of 3 to 6 or whatever. Raise them up to get levels, Digivolve like Pokemon essentially. And so I'm a fan of Digimon Story. Just I love turn-based games, stuff like that. There's a multitude of Digimon. The last one was online playable. You can fight people online. Fine story, lengthy game, all that kind of stuff. So I'm cool with that. So to me, the list is hit or miss. I don't really have a problem with it, but like I was telling people in my other chats and stuff, I take all this with a grain of salt until I get a formal announcement or a formal trailer of any of these games. To me, they don't exist. They're just ideas that I'm hopeful to be here. But outside that, it's all cool. I love Bandai Namco is one of my personal favorite game developers because they tend to follow the anime formula for games. They put out anime games, related anime games, pretty sound RPGs. Naturally, they work with From Software like a mug, and I love From Software. So,
And From Software just got a big budget boost from their parent company too. So,
did you see Elden Ring? Of course they did.
That's my point. That's my point.
And because God of War comes out so late in the year, most likely Elden Ring will probably stick a game of the year. They'll probably stick a game of the year just because God of War comes out so late in the year. Most likely, unless the story within 3 weeks just blows everybody away so much that they give. But most likely, even the year Red Dead Redemption came out late, like in November or whatever, and God of War came out like around like May or like early that year. And God of War still ended up getting Game of the Year, even though Red Dead Redemption we just naturally just praised for everything. So most likely Elden Ring will still get it, but
Oh yeah, there's no Elden Ring got Game of the Year.
I will not say that. I ain't gonna pull on God of War, please.
I'm ready for God of War. I'm finna pre-order just so I can get the hammer and the dice, and I'm probably gonna disappear for a couple weeks afterwards.
That's all I got.
Man, let's get away everybody here to talk about. San Diego Comic-Con is coming up next Saturday with the Marvel reveals and rumors, theories, and everything has been going crazy. Here's a few of them. Giancarlo Esposito as Charles Xavier. What?
Black Xavier
Powell as Cyclops.
That's actually good. That's the dude that plays Homelander.
No, that's Cyclops.
I like
He's
that.
the dude that played in Top Gun Maverick. Anthony Starr is the guy that played Homelander.
Who's the dude that's playing
Anthony
Homelander
Starr
playing?
is rumored to be playing Dracula in the Blade movie.
Oh,
are you fucking kidding me?
Let's go. Homelander is Dracula.
Got the whole boy series.
I knew he was playing somebody.
They typecasted him like Orlando Brown tried not to have happen to him.
Hell no.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like he will kill that role as Dracula. By the way, that Dracula movie is rumored to have like super like mega stars all in it. So I feel like they're going to.
And think they got Blade coming in too. Blade and Dracula, yo.
I mean, you pushing this. You 3 for 3 for pushing it right now. I ain't gonna cap to you. Like I don't really go for like leaks and especially not plot leaks or whatever. I really don't go for that as much because everybody for the last 14 years didn't have Marvel plot leaks for every Marvel movie, and everybody for 14 years they got every one of them wrong. So I really don't go for plot leaks.
Got them right though.
No, they've gotten them all wrong every single time. They got the leak plot for everything. They've gotten it wrong. Even for the biggest movies, Spider-Man. Oh, this is the plot. This is the plot. This is what we got wrong. Every single one of them wrong for 8 months. So I don't contribute no plot leaks at all to Marvel. Like they just done a one. But other than for the actors, oh no, we can go talk about the actors. And so far, you pushing it for 3 for 3. Glenn Powell as Cyclops.
I'm like,
what iteration?
I got the people's eyebrow for these.
In what iteration? Like he got. How do
you guys feel about Black Charles Xavier?
And that throws me out too. I'm like, I don't need that. Probably the reason because he was just in Far Cry.
One of the rumors said they wanted Denzel to be Magneto.
Saying that's not true. People just start throwing out that.
Yeah, I know people pushing it. Like you 3 for 3 for pushing
Give me
it right now.
Denzel
Like,
Magneto. I'm here for Denzel Magneto.
Glenn Powell.
He just had a hit, so he might get.
He seems like an older Cyclops, so it depends. It makes me question what iteration of X-Men are they going for. It really makes me question it. Like not in a bad way. It's just if he gonna be Charles, if he gonna be Cyclops, you going for a later X-Men iteration. We ain't talking about kids. We talking about when they in like they late 20s, early 30s. Late. So
yeah.
So and normally you can typecast them a little younger than what they are. So he'd be, mid to late 20s, probably Cyclops if he cut off, make sure they got no scrubs and all that kind of stuff.
You talking Jean Grey and Scott is going through a messy divorce age.
Yeah, like you gotta
and
go.
They still haven't told us who's gonna be Wolverine.
Oh, whatever. Keep going.
It's not promising right now. I'm telling you.
You 3 for 3 right now. We're pushing it. So
you don't want Homelander as Dracula.
I actually don't have as much of a problem with it. But I know when you typecast somebody who's like the thing about when you type somebody in, like it's like the Marvel something with this biggest star. When you've played a part for so long and people have it in their mind that that's you in that part, and then you play something else, it's hard to imagine you as that role. So imagining him, like just imagining Homelander as Dracula is like, So I'm always imagining the blonde hair with Superman outfit. And then, I got thinking him with fangs. It's like,
Marvel Dracula's dope though.
I'm not against it. I have to see it.
And let me throw this out here too. Like this happened to Ghost from Power. He can't be nobody else. I'm sorry.
So you're saying he's like Draco Malfoy or Harry Potter, one of them guys.
Let's go see.
On him. He had them fangs.
Yeah, I would say with the bear claw slippers and the blue rose.
Let's put him in something else. You've been the hottest character for 7 movies straight. Let's put you into.
But what if he makes Dracula pop off?
So let's put Daniel Radcliffe in another movie called Lady Under the Water and try and make us not see him as Harry Potter anymore, bruh. Anthony Starr's Homelander. Sorry, you stuck. I hate it for you. But you kind of stuck,
bro. But I just gotta see it. Like I'm not against it. I have to see him in the role.
I think he's an amazing actor. Yes. It's just gonna be hard to see him in something.
You get your money, get that.
We went through the same thing with Robert Downey Jr.
You're a great.
You saw Christian Bale went and got that Marvel money. He was like, I know I was Batman for all that time, but I need to go grab this gore check.
No, hold on. You didn't even know. But people that don't know Christian Bale wouldn't know that's Christian Bale. And people that know Christian Bale, that didn't look like Christian Bale. That was just a whole.
They did an amazing job. The only thing missing was head tentacles, bro.
I mean, you could do. That's not as bad because we've had so many Batmans that it's not hard to see one of them playing something else. Versus like we've seen Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man for 10 straight years, and then all of a sudden he was going and playing Sherlock Holmes. It's like, bro, where the Iron Man gauntlet is, bro? Like
he's still like kind of the same guy though, as Sherlock Holmes. They're like the same guy.
The same character.
No, you can't compare Sherlock Holmes to Iron Man.
Yes, you can.
If you watch that movie,
even better, because Sherlock Holmes was the first movie.
As Sherlock Holmes, and he did how many as Tony?
Not even Sherlock Holmes.
Sherlock Holmes though. He did 2 and 2.
Go back to the other movie when he did Doolittle before Sherlock Holmes came out. Like immediately after his first movie was Doolittle, where he was talking to animals that's like the circus.
Sherlock Holmes.
No, Doolittle came out before.
After Sherlock Holmes came around a little bit after Iron Man. Sherlock Holmes is
I wasn't checking.
That's one of my favorite movies.
But who was checking for that movie when he's already?
No, I'm talking about like the recent Sherlock Holmes he did after he died.
He did 2 of them.
I'm talking about the last Sherlock Holmes. Like
that was after the first Iron Man.
Yeah, the first movie. Nobody cared.
That was a great movie. I enjoyed Sherlock Holmes. Again, Disney and Marvel panel. We might be live for it next Saturday. It starts at like 7:30. So that'll be a little late. Marvel president Kevin Feige and some surprise guests who is rumored to be all these people. Some other stuff let's talk about. Let's go over and see. I want to see everybody's thoughts on some of this stuff they said coming out. World Breaker Hope it's going to be a 4-part movie series, 2
Mini
hours
series.
apiece. Is rumored to be. So it's going to be a big Avenger event because Hulk is supposed to be really angry. So it's going to be a 2-hour part thing instead of just 8 shows. They're going to do 2 big movie-like things with all the Avengers and everything. That's the rumor is. We don't have no clarification on none of this, but they said it's going to be announced. They're just rumors now. We don't know nothing, so I don't want to get your expectations up. Like and subscribe, by the way, but these are just rumors that's going up.
I'm calling cap.
So what if it is though? Would you like that?
I'm calling complete cap. Now,
I sort of think
that would be the way. Go ahead.
That might be the way to do the Hulk, though. If you don't want to give him a whole movie, a little mini series, like they give him 4 episodes, an hour per episode. That's 4 hours.
They say
it might work.
An Avenger level event because he's getting really mad. So,
like I said, if they're gonna do 4 episodes of an hour apiece, is that how they're gonna do it?
They said 4 minutes. It ain't called like TV shows. It's called like a mini series or something. I don't know how they're gonna do.
So it's an hour or more.
Hour and 20 with probably 30 minutes of credits or something.
Okay, well, even an hour and a half for freaking 4 episodes. That's 6 hours. They could get something across in that. Like that's technically more time than you get out of a movie.
I'm calling complete cap. Like I do not believe that at all. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Now I'm not gonna be mad if it happens like that. I'm calling complete cap because we know the MCU when it comes to plot and everything, it's all different. But you're literally going to do a World War Hulk storyline where the original premise of the storyline, or at least anything close to it, has already been shown in the movies. So that means you have to introduce a completely new way with a Hulk that has not been a problem because now Banner Hulk was a thing, in Endgame and afterwards it was Banner Hulk, whatever. Like Hulk was cool, Hulk was neutral, Hulk was straight and had no real reasoning to do anything similar to it. So any premise relating to the original World War Hulk storyline is completely out of the water now. And you are going to literally make an entirely new reason to make Hulk extremely angry. And then not only do an entirely new reason, you're going to have to do the World War Hulk storyline with an entirely new cast of heroes that had nothing to do with the original story also. Because now every regular Avenger that was really helping to deal with the World War Hulk situation, except for like Sentry, are either out doing something else or not even a part of the MCU currently. So now I'm just like, we're doing World War Hulk, and not only is it going to be like more than one, it's a 2-part movie series, like essentially 4 hours. So you're going to do 2 hours to introduce the situation and 2 hours of fighting with heroes and people that have nothing to do with each other. They don't know nothing about each other. Half of their timelines won't even know about each other. And we're bringing this into now.
Here we go. We just argued about this the other day.
This sounds like complete cap to me. Like I'm not knocking it. I'm not against it. I will gladly watch it. I'll be interested to see how they pull all this together and make it make sense. But that literally just, it sounds like it makes no sense to me. It sounds like a complete cap to me. I'm just gonna tell you the honest.
Kevin Feige got all his toys. He going all out with it.
Universal finally
let the Hulk have his shine by itself because they've been holding up.
In a new storyline, you'll be better off doing something else with the World War Hulk story, like saying like this Hulk got taken over, and something like that.
Like this, they can mix that in. But
I mean, yeah, that's fine, but that's not World. Like using the World War Hulk storyline name is a synonymous with a storyline that every element of said storyline has already been used in the MCU, whether it be the characters, the origin story, the reasoning, him being sent off a world. Everything has been done in the MCU regarding the World War Hulk storyline. So in that instance, I'm just like, what are you pulling from to make the story? And you calling it World War Hulk? If you call it like One Below All Hulk, okay, cool. Like that's fine. You can put that in because we know just essentially the One Below All takes them over. Cool, no problem with it. World War Hulk specifically, it makes no sense at this point because you pulled everything. And I know the MCU is different, but they haven't been so different that you couldn't see some resemblance to the original comic book route. This ain't even gonna be close to the World War Hulk storyline route. It won't even be halfway close. Like not even close at all. So I'm just
say he had a son that he didn't know about when he was on the thing, but it's a lot. They gotta
see you pushing it again. Like I said, they gotta do so much to make that make sense.
If they tell me it was just a movie, I'll be more mad. But if they tell me it's like 5 hours of content that they can set up. I'm like,
I ain't even on the movie.
Joe, your thoughts on your side?
I'm not on the movie. No, I'm not on the movie. I'm on the thought itself.
So he does not care about Universal's Hulk.
Like, it don't make sense. Like, a World War Hulk don't make sense. Bro, they ain't even introduced Century. Like, you have everything revolving around.
I'm not arguing today.
Well,
I got a bone
coming out. Will be coming out soon.
I got a bone to pick about Ja Morant versus Michael Jordan. I got a bone to pick about that. That's what's heavy on my mind right now. That because everybody thinks that Michael Jordan is the god of all gods and cannot be touched, and he's the most athletic and most superior human being of all time.
Y'all make sure you go look after me. You hear me?
Williams against Michael Jordan. I mean, like it's like we were. Okay, I'm going to argue with you one more time, Henri, and whoever else. Bruh, just let them just write the fucking story. Who is Century? I'm going to be a casual fan. Who is that? I don't want to know. Let them introduce Century how they introduce him. Let them just say, fuck it. A whole bunch of big ass hoax and it's just happening. And then do a random flashback like 90 minutes into the movie and be like, this is how we got here. Spend 20 minutes on that and then give us the end of the movie. At this point, I'm just actually, you know, train wrecks. They say people love to watch train wrecks, car wrecks. We love.
Amy Schumer is not funny.
so hold on. So we have all these things that like, but we watch them though. Like on the low, people watch Morbius. People watched it.
I watched it though. I did watch it.
But like, because you want to see a train wreck, because you want to at this point. Like, you just want to see the failure. Universal, bruh, that is USA Network, essentially, right? Like that's their cable network. So you get Problem Child, and you get like you get those movies. And I'm just saying, man, like
finally gave them the rights
to. No, Universal needed to do that. Like y'all need to do like Universal, just. That's all we know about Universal. All I'm saying is
different. Then you got the other one fired too.
It didn't even make sense. Yeah. Like, bruh, I remember. I'll never forget.
Lou Ferrigno remains the greatest Hulk in history.
That's bad, considering how good technology and writing has gotten. Y'all talk about Lou Ferrigno as the guy. He still got the most iconic like ending scene. I'm hitchhiking. Come on, play that piano, Tori. Play that piano.
Kevin Feige might stop playing that now, Tori. Don't get him started.
Don't get him started because you are now. Anytime
somebody's gonna be walking away.
Anytime the word mutant is going to be muttered or whispered, we're going to get. see. So if we actually mention anything a Hulk, is going to be that ending piano, and it's fine. But I don't know if I'm excited, but it is what it is. Like I said, we love train wrecks, we love crap, we love going on World Star and watching people fight. We love random shit. And so like I'll support, I'll say that I saw it. You know what I'm saying? I will say that I saw it just for that. I still haven't worked up the nerve to watch Morbius yet. Like I think about Morbius every day, actually. It's kind of crazy. Like
it's Morbin time.
I know.
Morbin time.
I know, and that's crazy for me. But like I feel like I just feel like it's on my list of things. Like I'm gonna watch it 2 years from now and be like, I don't know what I'm gonna be like. So like just Morbius, but like that's what we like to see. So when companies that we love are known for making bad things, I gotta see how bad it was. So hopefully Sony gets the rights to Elden Ring movie, and let's piss Tori off.
Or would lose his mind. We have to put Sony on alert if Sony. We're like,
they put him on suicide alert.
We gotta call the FBI. Tori is going to Sony studio. He's going.
I was gonna say I might have to
He's gonna
hurt
make sure
somebody.
he ends this.
I want to see it. I
But
want to
here's-
see it, man. I'm sorry. I just Sony keep coming out with stuff. You'll make just enough to make another movie, and that's what I want.
We got some other stuff that we want to go.
Okay.
Deadpool is rumored to show up. Director Sean Levy will send a video, and Ryan Reynolds is scheduled rumored to appear. Black Panther, we rumored to get our first trailer, which is kind of expected. That might be true because then they go come to get trailers for the next movie usually. Secret Invasion, they're supposed to share some footage. I don't know if we'll see that. I already talked about Blade. Brie, Iman, and Tiana will be there to show some footage. Rumored that Anson Mount will reprise his role as Black Bolt, and Jodie Turner-Smith will be Medusa. So
maybe they're not just gonna throw away the Inhumans.
All these are rumors. I want everybody. You get excited or you be mad. Don't be too excited. Guardians of the Galaxy 3. They said Werewolf Hulk. This is gonna be the next Avenger. Disney. This will be the Disney Plus version of the Avengers.
Oh, that's a lot of weight to put on a show's shoulders.
Six episodes, and it doesn't get good until episode
4 episodes.
It's not gonna be a TV show. It's gonna be like a series, like a movie. I don't know how they're gonna do it. That's the rumor now. Like I said, everything rumor. Wonder Man, Henry Golden as Simon Williams.
No one cares about
Evan
Wonder
Peters
Man.
will be back as Ralph Boner, and we're in Wonder Man. That's the rumor. That sounds real because, like, who would either that's a joke or it sounds real. Like, why would Evan Peters be there as Ralph Boner? Just continues. Daredevil, they are doing Man Without Fear. Is rumored to be the movie. We have a new Elektra. Isaac Gonzalez is rumored to be the new Elektra. Man Without Fear is amazing, by the way. I want people to understand that. If you read that, that's incredible. So if they do that storyline justice, and then it's supposed to be a big reveal the way they did Blade at the end, and it's supposed to be showcasing, I guess, maybe Fantastic Four or something. They don't know yet. Even the rumors don't know, so we'll see about that.
Y'all remember that big ass like presentation they did when it was like Marvel, the next phase, and then it was like Blade, and they made my man's from what's his name, Snake Skin or whatever that boy name was in Luke Cage. They made him like they did this big reveal, right? Remember when they did that big reveal about like, you know, they were saying like, you know, there's going to be another Blade. Like they remember that show?
Gaiman, Uno reverse card of why the Galactus has a period. Shout out to my boy.
Like it damn near none of that stuff happened yet. And they revealed it like years ago.
They revealed a lot, Joe. They said the Fantastic Four coming week. Marvel got a lot. They working on at the same time, which is
They said all that stuff. Like I thought Blade would have been out by now.
But technically, all the movies. Ant-Man 3 was announced
should always
at the
be
same
Blade.
with the name,
basically.
So, and we ain't even got the Ant-Man 3 yet. So they still work. They getting through the list of all the movies. They announced like 20 movies then, and they trying to get to it.
They said Marvel Phase 4. This is what's going to happen now that the snap. Y'all got the snap. And I was like, I haven't seen.
Technically, they did lose 2 years because of COVID and film a movie. Then they now they got to get through all these movies. Some movies we could have did without. I'll admit we could have did. Black Widow could have been a TV show that could have skipped.
Yeah.
Derby said all I know MCU is definitely building up a Secret Wars. That's the big goal. Like I told people, Kevin Feige make sure you know what he want to do. And that man said incursions 1,000 times in Multiverse of Madness. I'm tired of hearing this word. Say the word one more time. And then it ended with, we got to stop incursions. But he said it again. He said it one more time. Oh my goodness. At least it's over now, but
yeah,
make sure that no dimensions are getting collided. Even in Miss Marvel. But those are the rumors. Those are a bunch of things they said coming at San Diego Comic-Con. A bunch of other stuff came. We saw a photo, a concept photo of Dr. Doom. And of course, Howard Howard Stern decided he gonna leak that he's in the Doctor Doom movie coming up, so we know it's gonna be a movie. Thank you, Howard Stern, for leaking.
Good looking out.
So we know it's gonna be a Doctor Doom movie since he's in it. But y'all don't know, Howard Stern and Stan Lee were really good friends, so makes sense.
Also, fun fact. For all those kids that were 10 years old when the MCU started, y'all know Howard Stern. We know Howard Stern, but Howard Stern, he had a very controversial show on the radio.
I ain't never seen half that.
It was
the original shock jockey.
So yeah, the original shock jockey for sure. And he had the most serious face of all time. He didn't laugh or giggle or nothing. And then he had a sister girl on there.
I ain't gonna hold you. I was young, and he like, this girl finna ride this Simeon. I'm like, what?
Bro, no, man, Howard Stern was like great, okay, the youth. I need y'all to know this. Anybody that's under like the age of like, I don't know, 27 maybe. Listen, Howard Stern was a radio guy. Like he was saying stuff like, hey, this porn star is about to she's about to show her breast. It happened on the radio. And then it was like, but you don't see it. But it was confirmed.
You confirmed?
Like she really did. You can literally find that it happened.
It just wouldn't. He'll put it out, but he'll put it out on some secret place.
So just throwing it out there, that's who Howard Stern is. So if he's in here, there's probably going to be a whole bunch of people, probably 27 and up, that'll be like, oh, Howard Stern. And y'all, the youth, I'm sorry. Man, there was a golden age of TV and radio that you will never get to experience.
They probably don't want to because everything's so easy to get now. I wish I could watch all my favorite shows on my phone all day when I was little. But we had to wait, Monte, Dragon Ball Z. I want to watch. You had to either buy the VHS, or you had to just wait till Saturday.
And Toonami was on that bull stuff, and it was like,
"Ooh, Joe, when
I say it from the future." Tom, aka the voice of Spike. A saying from the future is coming. And blah, blah. I was like, a saying from the future, and he's a Super Saiyan.
Somebody get Joe.
How did you feel when you came and looked for your favorite show and then it ended up being a rerun because they're like, we're gonna be off for 3 weeks and you didn't know? Tree
of Might. What? Tree of Might again? He just whooped the Ginyu Force. What? They used to piss me off so bad. I can't believe they made episodes out of the movies. They would, man, bro. Fox 59. That's what it is in Indiana. But y'all got a Fox, I'm sure. And Fox Kids on Saturdays, bruh, they was trifling for real. Like for real. Like I'm up at 6:30 thinking that I'm about to see him finally whoop everybody in the Ginyu Force. And Berter and Jace was running around Goku the whole time. And then they was like, world's strongest. It's like, what? I hate them for that. And then later on, you get new X-Men episodes. But yeah, anyway.
We listed a lot of MCU stuff. Anything you excited for? Anything you interested in? Anything you wanted to see? Any of the leaks? Are you expecting something they didn't say that you're excited about? That you might.
So majority of the leaks, I'm gonna tell you right now. I already told y'all most of the leaks I'm not gonna believe. Like when it comes to anything plot related, I'm just gonna believe. I'm just not gonna believe anything plot related because majority of the time people just never are able to guess Marvel's plot lines and anything. Some people even got, I know Zelma didn't even mention it. Some people even reportedly got the entire plot to Black Panther Wakanda Forever. And I'm just like, okay, I believe it. When y'all release that documentation and I see this trailer and y'all 100% right. Not even because the trailer
was the storyline they said was the most basic cookie cutter straight from fanfic that every fan thought they could do storyline I've ever seen. I'm like, anybody could have wrote this.
Like I'm just not a mindset. Like to me, Marvel has done such a good job, which I don't know how, but they have done such a wonderful job hiding the plots of all of their movies. And I'm just like, what am I believe leaks for at this point? When not only do they hide the plot of their movie, they lie in trailers because half the time the trailer just never shows anything reportedly close to what the plot line of the movie is. We all saw the freaking trailers for Doctor Strange leading up to it, and we didn't have a clue what the freak is going to happen in that second half of that movie. So just like, matter of fact, the whole trailer and everything for that was thrown out the water with minutes. So I'm like, no, I'm not going to believe most of these leaks when it comes to anything plot related, storylines. They could do whatever. When I see them announce it, fine. And that goes for World War Hulk especially, because just that one just blows my mind. They're just wow. I mean, like I said, I would watch it. I have no problem with it. It's just that one would be something like, I don't even know if you can call that World War Hulk. You can just call it like Raging Hulk, because everything resembling the original storyline or anything would be close to World War Hulk. It just don't be close in name. But we can be like Uniqo Williams and just have Spider-Man go and fight the X-Men of Civil War II, Revenge of the Mutants and something like that, since storylines and resembling any kind of overarching plot means absolutely nothing to Uniqo Williams. So
hold on. Do you remember in the Spider-Man, the animated show, when Wolverine just showed up and just started fighting him in the alley?
You said the animated show, right? The cartoon show where they don't give a squat about overarching plot lines.
Spider-Man just did stuff every week.
Cartoons do not care most of the time about overarching plot
lines. First of all, Man Spider was one of the best arcs of all time. It started with Morbius. It started with Morbius, and they actually rode that wave until Spider-Man turned into an actual spider. He had mad arms. So relax.
You know where that came from? Comic books.
Yeah,
that came from comic books.
By the way, shout out to Derby Gaming. Let me know if any of the leaks I've said or anything has got you anything you're interested in. Even the stuff that's confirmed.
I do have one.
Just let me know, Derpy.
I do have one more.
Just let me know if you got anything. I just want to get Derpy involved. He talking in the chat.
Oh no, you good. Good shout out to Derpy naturally. The only thing I would say that wasn't really said is my personal opinion. Like I'm not sure on the actors or whatever. My thought process is that for the X-Men, that they just do an X-Men evolution route. Like the first X-Men movie might even be because what's the easiest way to introduce all of the X-Men, let you get to know all of them, and have all their powers get birthed? The X-Men evolution route they did from the TV show. Because literally that's exactly what they did. They had every mutant that you knew of other than like Charles Xavier, and they even had Beast show up and have his powers manifest during that point. You introduced to the Brotherhood of Mutants, you introduced the Scarlet Witch, that we already have Scarlet Witch, but the easiest way to introduce you to either you're going to introduce them and they already have their powers, or you're going to introduce them and none of them have them. Well, most of them don't have them. And if you're going to do the second route where most of them don't have them, just the X-Men evolution. It's literally the easiest route you could do, because you can just manifest all their powers during school. So in my opinion, the thing that they didn't announce, that nobody got leaks for or whatever, is that they're going to announce the first, maybe even the first few X-Men movies. And it's probably gonna be like, I mean, if they say X-Men Evolution is the name of the movie, bro, I'm saying it's gonna be just like this, the high school show, which I love the show, so I ain't got no problem with it. But
it was good.
It was a decent show.
Can I throw this out here? Let me be comic book guy for a second. You're not gonna tell me Scott Summers and his brother Havoc, they just up to the schoolhouse, just being top 3 mutants of all time. Top 3 powerful. Maybe top 4.
It started like, matter of fact, I think Scott didn't even know he had a brother in a couple of these arcs. So I mean, I got no problem with it.
I mean, Havoc is a big dog.
He is. They may go the whole Havoc got kidnapped and was trained and all that kind of crap. Who knows? So,
I mean, they was all in the same airplane that crashed.
I mean, screw it. Like, do whichever route you're gonna go. All I know, I'm thinking they're gonna announce the first X-Men movie.
Yeah, man. So okay, that's fine. I'm just leaving it at that. So Charles Xavier they went the Anakin route, and then
he gonna be one Santos.
One Santos.
And what I said to Charles Xavier, this will be the only thing I think might be different, is that Charles Xavier might be walking in this first iteration of him, and then he might be
Santos too
fair
for the be in a wheelchair.
That's fair.
He might be walking starting out, and then just they may have an accident during whatever movie he's in where he gets into the chair. Like
Santos, the top G.
I mean, for all we know, they may go to House of M-Rap and they have Santos in there because they want him to be the Charles Xavier that was letting the world know, hey, we're an individual country. Y'all have no dominion over us. And if you question us or go against what we're doing with our mutants, it will be war. So they may go that route. Who knows? I'm all for the smoke. So
I don't know if that belongs in MCU.
Go
though.
to the MCU and said we didn't help y'all because we didn't want to. And I'm like, oh shit.
Now, if Sony did that, I would be like, okay, Sony, y'all onto something. That's cool. I feel like I don't believe that belongs in the MCU.
Let them mention the word. I'm gonna let you listen. Let them mention the word Krakoa. They mention that word, it's over with. It's gonna be war. It's gonna be flat out war. They mention the word Krakoa. But that's it. That's mutant country right there. So it's over with.
You just gonna say fuck backstory.
Hey,
fuck backstory. Just
if they mention Krakoa, I know war is coming.
And we don't know nothing about
it. It is gonna be war if they mention Krakoa. That's all I know. If they're not mentioning that mutant island, that's all I can tell you.
Fantastic Four, they don't need no more origin stories. How many did they do?
Oh, niggas gonna pop if they say that.
Stories.
And how did nobody know about this? And it's gonna take for Samuel L. Jackson to be like, so we've been keeping watching this island for like the last 20 years. That's what it's gonna be.
Well, like Monte said, if they want to give him power, Krakoa is the easiest way to do it. And if they want to give Fantastic Four Ant-Man, the easiest way to put him in there. They've been calling the Quantum Zone because Reed Richards is smart and he's been trying to get out, and Ant-Man finds him, and then they get out. They already did something similar with What If.
It's almost not a stretch.
If they want to go the route of, mutants haven't been around because if they want to go the route of mutants haven't been around because Professor Xavier and Magneto have been rounding them all up and leading them to Krakoa, I'm not gonna question that either. I'm just like, hey, we chose not to help y'all because that's human problems. Even at the risk of y'all own life, yep.
It's a good plot device.
So whichever route they want to go, I'm with it.
Well, they kind of set it up where mutants been around because all of a sudden we got Miss Marvel as a gent. By the way, the creator of Miss Marvel said that she was always supposed to be a mutant, but the head of Marvel at the time, the old creepy man that got fired because he was on it.
In 2014, there was still creepy men.
Creepy old boss. He said they don't make money off of Marvel. I mean, off of X-Men. So we're not gonna do no more comics. So they didn't have comics for like 3 years, and they only focused on the Inhumans. And she said when she created Miss Marvel that she wanted her to be redacted, which is a mutant. Which people confirm she said mutant. But she couldn't use mutant, so they had to make her Inhuman. So she said on this show, I told Kevin Feige I wanted her to be a mutant, make her a mutant. So it's confirmed. It's not a bait and switch. I seen some people saying that. He said, "Yo, I wanted her to be a mutant, and my character that I created is a mutant." Like that's what I'm saying. So I know a lot of people was like, "This is not source material" on TikTok, and she like, "Hey, listen, it was supposed to be." That's what I wrote her for. I wrote her to be a mutant, and then they told me I couldn't use it because
that's interesting. A mutant with a power boost.
So, makes sense though.
Yeah, so cool. So I know she was the stat wise she was the most popular Inhuman, but the creator of a character said, "What is she?" Any other interesting?
But we don't care.
I'll tell you, any other news, any other things that you know they're gonna announce that you're interested in? Blade, Thor, you.
Anything I know? I'm good. They'll probably announce the release date of Fantastic Four. They'll probably go ahead and get that out the way. Might even get a Fantastic Four trailer. Go ahead and get that out the way as well. They may even go so far because they haven't really given an indication. They may give you the first real indication or snippet of like a major overall antagonistic figure so that people will stop like theory crafting. They may just give you some little snippet, some little clue, whether it be some storyline or whatever. As far as most of the other leaks, the actors, I'm not as against, leaked out actors because you can figure out who an actor is or whatever. Not to mention the fact Black Panther Wakanda Forever, they just now said that was it Daniel Radcliffe or whatever, like Wakabi is not coming back because some scheduling conflicts with the Nope movie from Jordan Peele. So like he's not coming back. They just announced that, frankly. So that makes me have even more. I mean that's not terrible. I mean Wakabi, he doesn't have to come back. He's a traitor.
Terrible, but I'm gonna watch it.
Oh well, I mean Jordan Peele he also has another trailer that I saw during like Thor's opening trailer things. Like I saw he had another movie that looks funny. I have to go look at that again. But that also makes me believe because they went ahead and announced that he's not coming back, that you're gonna see the first Black Panther trailer, like you said, because they're gonna be wondering, well, why is Wakabi not here? So they went ahead and formally said it so that you're not surprised when you see, all these people, maybe some new faces or whatever. Seems like it's gonna be the women gonna have to run this show for Black Panther Wakanda forever. So this might even be a bigger turnout, a bigger win for our people. However, people gonna want to like smooth and stretch this and push this narrative around this movie. That ain't gonna be Marvel's narrative. It's just people are gonna take this and run with it. So we might be getting Comic-Con gonna be it's gonna be something. It's gonna be something.
MCU. I'm like, bro, they had no choice. The dude who's supposed to lead the movie passed away.
You can be mad when Nick Fury comes in Wakanda. That's all I'm saying. You can be mad when he comes. They were like, "What are you behind there?" I've been in Wakanda the whole time. What? Where else you think I would be at?
Nick Fury, new T'Challa.
They were like, "Where else you think I would be at? This is the most technologically advanced place on the planet. Why would I not be here?" He's like, "Oh, well, that does make sense."
It's a lot of interesting stuff going on. It looks like next year gonna be a big year. Bunch of new projects. She-Hulk actually get 9 episodes, which I'm interested in. I'm like, why does this get 9 and everything else get 6? So,
because they need to stretch this mug up until Black Panther, bro. That mug come out in mid-August, and they literally have 2.5 months. They're like, bro, we finna stretch this mug to Black Panther. Make that mug 9 episodes. We're gonna have some comedy episodes thrown up in there. It started like August 17th, bro. So literally, that's count 9 weeks from that, and that's the first week in November. So they're stretching the mess out of that show because we need to get our way to Black Panther.
But they give them time to work, so it shouldn't feel rushed and anything. So.
Boy, that anticipation though. Oh, jeez.
By the way, if next week, by the way, we might do live and discuss stuff Saturday. So we gonna get together and talk about it. So we might just wait for Just a Fan the Saturday night after everything been announced to see what was confirmed, what this show was correct, what wasn't correct, who was all that stuff. But if some of this stuff is true and they just start announcing Fantastic Four and X-Men, Phase 4 is gonna feel like filler. Tori might be right. It is.
What's gonna feel like filler?
Phase 4 will feel a lot like filler until the end of it if they just start announcing Fantastic Four and X-Men.
I mean, it's set up. To me, you can say filler. It's set up to me. Like this is what happens.
Phase 4 ends with Ant-Man. So we'll see how they do it. But something like I said, this don't have to be true. It's a bunch of rumors going around. Everybody know how the fan base gets when it's that time of year. They like,
it's part of the game.
Fans. They're gonna get DeAndre Ayton, Kyrie, Kevin Durant to play with LeBron and Westbrook all at the same time. You know how
somebody gets
the
plan.
Like his fan base every year. I promise everybody that's a free. They was gonna get Bradley Beal, Kyrie, Kevin Durant, and DeAndre Ayton on the same team. Like, I don't know how y'all can afford that, but they're like, we gonna do it.
Oh my God! I just read this. They just gave DeAndre Ayton $133 million maximum offer sheet for the Pacers.
And they Suns matched it. So he just got paid by the Suns, even though he got paid less than he would if he signed with the Suns direct.
That's originally what he wanted anyway, was to get paid by the Suns, and they wanted to play hardball.
So he got what he wanted, even though now they are in the luxury tax heavy for a player that I don't know the Suns.
Who is?
Yeah, the Suns.
Oh. So the Suns signed him back?
He a restricted. So therefore the Pacers.
So he's not going to the Pacers.
They just matched his.
Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. I don't want that
4
nigga.
rebounds, good 7'1". 4 rebounds.
They're gonna have tough nights against.
For your info, he averaged 17 and 10. Oh well,
Well, I was about to be
133 million.
Because I ain't never because niggas don't get 133 million messing with the Pacers. I'm just saying, you don't get that with the Pacers. Pacers don't pay that. I think they did that just to stir some shit up. The Simon family was like, here's maximum money. You know we'll never pay you that, nigga. Whoa. Did I get in Roblox trouble there?
Roblox would have canceled you. By the way, all the rumors, the one that I find interesting is one Carlo Esposito, because he's the only person of color that could play Charles Xavier that I could somewhat accept. Because
oh my goodness,
that was mine too.
I was thinking of black people that could play Charles Xavier, and I was like, or Cuban or anybody of any descent. I'm like, Esposito good. I can, especially with Monte storyline. He defense that, like, hey, listen, I run Krakoa. We didn't help y'all because we didn't want to, and everybody be like, okay.
I mean that I could see you put, because like I ain't gonna lie, John pulling Esposito is like a little bit of a stretch for Charles Xavier, especially the kind version. But if you pull the Krakoa version out of nowhere, like, hey, we've been on Krakoa, and we just haven't been worried about human. Okay, like I buy it. I will buy it because I know war is coming. Like that literally leads to war. And if you got all these young and new heroes, and then you got all these mutants, and then they're gonna do a whole bunch of like mutant origin backstories for movies. It'd be like 2 or 3 movies worth at least of mutant backstories. You have to introduce Wolverine and like dang his own movie. You have the regular X-Men and like their own movies. You can put Aurora popping up in Black Panther and like you can put Aurora manifesting her powers or whatever, and then getting approached by like Magneto, for example, and be like, hey, I need you to come with me. And like he'll be hovering off the ground and you'll see like the purple cape. It's like, oh, okay, cool. We know that's Magneto. So that literally would tell me that it's probably either Magneto starting up war himself or it's Krakoa. And I was like, okay, I wouldn't be mad at that. I wouldn't be mad at that. They want to go to Krakoa route. Because like, you done seen all the other X-Men routes in like 7 X-Men movies. So like, I would not be mad if they pulled Krakoa. I wouldn't. They just let me know it's gonna be war. And with war, I'm voting for the X-Men. I love the MCU, all of y'all. My dad
brought up something I thought about. Before Secret Wars happened, you remember what Cyclops did, right?
Yeah.
If y'all know the story of Secret Wars, he murdered Charles Xavier because he was manipulating him. So that wouldn't go with the Secret Wars storyline if they go that route. I would hate to see him gone that fast in the MCU, but
we just saw him get killed. What are you talking about?
He killed a lot. He's been murdered a lot in this too, but if they go that storyline, I can see it.
It's okay, Uniqo. It's okay, Uniqo. I'm sorry. I didn't want to rain on your parade or anything. I understand. I give you your
Monte making sense. You know what I mean? He said if they go to Krakoa route and they doing Secret War, Charles Xavier he's not the kind one. and Psych.
No, him and Magneto is on some most stuff. I promise you.
And Cyclops, if you know the story before Secret War, Cyclops like, hey, bro, you been tricking us. And he did what he did, and then we got Secret War because Cyclops went a little wild out there, and I'm the leader. He finally stood up to Wolverine and everybody.
Yeah, he's big.
But you can do that storyline. Plus, we got a lot of Thors, so that'd be interesting too. Oh, a bunch of Thor kids. But there's a lot of interesting stuff going on in the MCU. A lot of stuff going on. WWE, Bandai, everything. I hope y'all enjoyed the show. Tor, what can they find you?
Afro Comedy 765 on all platforms.
Monte, what can they find you?
Your boy Naturally, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. Just look up Monterey Hudson, see what I'm a part of. Got Blurred, Cartel, got Overall 99, I got Buzz, I got a lot of stuff, bro.
I don't know if Joe's available right now, but you can find me at the link tree below. All my stuff, podcasts. Of course, Monte, you know what?
Buy the merch
in the link tree below.
Purchase the merch.
You got super thanks. Like and subscribe, comment. That's all. Do the best. Shout out to Derpy Gaming for showing up today. I know these don't do as well as when we do other TV shows and stuff like that, P Valley and all that stuff. By the way, I have a Big Teak video that just came out where I explain Big Teak, and it's no spoiler, so you can watch it without even being spoiled on the show. It was very hard not to spoil, but I wrote and came up with a way not to spoil it, so that's a good thing. And so you can watch it. It's about a man that had childhood trauma, no jail rehabilitation, and men's mental health and how it didn't help him. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, go listen to my video about this character on P Valley. That's an incredible character. I will do Allison either tomorrow or Saturday, so I'm excited about that. Andrew Tate Man Cave. We're gonna break down this phenomenon that has taken over the internet, the top G, and all that stuff. By the way, Joe's Do You Hear Me is coming out soon. We have Monte show will be out Saturday. I will be joining. I don't know if Joe will be joining. Joe, will you be joining Monte show Saturday?
If I'm allowed back on, absolutely.
Joe, Joe went from Council Joe to wholesome in like a week span. That's how dynamic my boy is. Monte, you got the ideas for the topic yet, or are we still working on?
So, it's another week of a whole bunch of random stuff. I'm possibly looking at just having an overarching idea about marriage in 2022, which might get ugly. So
let's get off the rails.
It's gonna get off the rails.
Body counts for the win.
Watch this locker room talk. All that stuff be amazing. They get arguments. Random people just show up and start arguing about porn. Them Philly people go crazy. Shout out to Philadelphia. I love Philadelphia people.
Shout out to Black Boma, man. I actually followed her before I even knew y'all knew her. All right, Cracker.
Shout out to her, by the way. Amazing, amazing show. Like I said again, shout out to Philly. Like I said, Andrew Tate Monday. Joe, do you hear me? It's coming out when?
As soon as I'm off this show, I got something to rant about. And then also, I'm hearing that Resident Evil on Netflix is getting back.
Oh, that came out today, so I might check it out and tell y'all how horrible it is this weekend. So I might do the Allison video tomorrow.
That's gonna be my thing. That's gonna be a big thing. I'm definitely gonna be watching Resident Evil on Netflix.
That could be our show Sunday, Joe. So we got a show.
We don't have a show, so yeah, that will give me because I'm not about to binge watch that tomorrow. As soon as I get up. I haven't looked. Netflix is not.
They usually do 6 episodes for those that not as pop, but Resident Evil might get 10.
Oh, what if they're making this what you call it a weekly thing?
I think.
What if they because Netflix said that
that's how I saved it. They said we're supposed to get a bunch of episodes. They didn't say get a new episode. Usually they say new episode when I save stuff.
Hold on.
But
you can find me at UniqoWilliams.com. I'm gonna look this up before we go off the live. I'll know before we get off live how many.
I'm just going over some stuff because I want y'all to understand.
Shout out to my plug for
I just
Netflix.
want y'all to know what all we got going on, what all we got doing. Monte got a bunch of stuff going on. Shout out to him. Tori, he's with me all the time. Me and him got a video coming out maybe next week, what we did a few weeks ago. So I still ain't found a place to put it out because the guy we talked about and one of the big things we talked about ain't been on TV in months. Like we still talking about just don't never show up no more. So I'm like, okay, when we gonna put this out, something I might just drop it.
There's gonna be teenage versions of people on this show. It's 8 episodes.
I might get.
I'm just seeing some of these. I'm seeing some of these episode descriptions and what?
I might get through 8 episodes. It might be rough though if it's bad, but that give me something to rant about. I ain't had a good rant about a show in a minute. Everything been decent, all right, except for Morbius. But I fell asleep in Morbius.
So they're 49 minutes.
It became a meme though, so
they're 49 minutes basically. Like the first episode is an hour, and the last episode is an hour and 1 minute. The other ones are like between 45 to 49 minutes. So good luck.
I don't know if Joe be with me, but we gonna go with it, and I'm
I want to give it
about it. So let's go. If I can't get through it, I'm still gonna rant about it Sunday. So be here for that. Next Saturday we might not do Just a Fan again if no news break out. If news break out, we'll be back on Thursday. But if no news break out, we'll probably just save Just a Fan for Saturday night and see what they announce at Comic-Con. So I'm looking forward to it. A lot of good stuff coming. I'm putting out a lot more personal projects and stuff that I want to put out. Like I said, the Big Teak video, all that stuff. Trying to make the channel more dynamic, a little different, and try to have fun things to talk about. I also do my personal channel, Joe Games, so follow him. Joe, where you game at? I'm just getting through everything.
Facebook, Uniqo Williams Gaming on Facebook. That's the page. And then sometimes I get froggy and I go play Red Dead Redemption on YouTube.
We got a gaming channel. We got all kinds of channels. So be excited. We here for it. Again, follow everybody. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. I know we went through a run. I just want to let you know what you do. If it's your first time here, I want you to be comfortable and let you know what we do here. I'm like, what do y'all do? Y'all just have a bunch of videos. This is what we do. We just passed 601 when we did the video that me and Joe did P-Valley. It was episode 601, which is my area code.
601. What's up? What's up?
So
what's up? We in the city, baby.
Now, so we grinding. So we gonna do different things, try to figure out what y'all like, what people want to hear, and go from there. I appreciate y'all. Anybody got anything last to say? Because I've been ranting about
Larry Hoover. I don't know.
We're getting it.
No, sir, not me, Rick Ross.
A lot of people been renouncing they.
That's my
A lot of people been renouncing they gangster lately, but we'll talk about it.
Yeah, Larry Hoover said, I don't want nothing to do with them GDs over there.
Rappers that did the same thing, but we'll talk about that on another show. I appreciate y'all for the Marvel episode. Peace for the last time. I know y'all tired.